Buying a home will likely be the largest and most significant purchase you make in your life. It's important that you have someone trained to spot the legal issues involved in these transactions to ensure that your interests are protected. Something as small as an error in the agreement of purchase and sale can lead to hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in liability. The agreement of purchase and sale is the basis of the whole transaction and sets out how the deal will proceed and the obligations each side must commit to. When the agreement is entered into, whether you are the purchaser or the vendor, it is important to have a lawyer look over the agreement as soon as possible, preferably before the agreement is signed. Considering the market these days, that may not always be an option, so try to include a condition that the agreement is subject to a lawyer's approval. One of the first things a lawyer does is investigate the state of a seller's title to the property to ensure the buyer is obtaining marketable title. They will make sure title will be transferred to the new owner free and clear of any encumbrances on closing. The lawyer will obtain title insurance on behalf of the client to cover any title issues. It is the lawyer's responsibility to explain any coverage exceptions as to what is not insured and determine if there are any problems with adjoining land or prior owners. The closing is the most important aspect of the purchase and sale transaction. This is when title actually passes from seller to buyer. The buyer's lawyer sends the balance of the purchase price to the vendor's lawyer, who sends the keys in return. The lawyers explain the nature, amount, and fairness of closing costs to their client. From there, the deed and the mortgage instruments are signed and registered. There may be some last-minute disputes about delivering possession of personal property or the adjustments of various costs that the lawyer may need to negotiate on behalf of their clients. Perhaps the most essential reason to be represented by a lawyer is the conflicting interests of the parties. There is a lot at stake should problems arise on either side of the transaction. The parties' respective lawyers will serve only their own clients' best interests, and that is why it is important to seek the advice of a lawyer as soon as you decide to buy or sell a home until the actual closing.